Hello, everybody. In today's lesson, lesson 1.8 of the second grade Go Math textbook, we're going to be working with counting patterns within 100. And we're specifically going to focus on counting by ones, fives, and tens to numbers that are less than 100. Okay. And so let's start by looking at this 100 chart to review counting by ones. Okay. Remember that when we count up by ones, each number that comes after the previous number is one more. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and there's a blank. Well, what number comes after 3? And what number comes before 5? Should be 4, right? Okay. What number comes after 6? Okay, we shouldn't have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we should be able to be flexible and just look here in between 6 and 8 and say, 7 is in between 6 and 8. All right. What number comes after 8? We should know it's 9. Okay. So when they're talking about patterns, okay, look at like this column here. 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. So what do you think these two empty boxes have to end in? 9, right? So the ones digit in all of these is 9. So what number comes between 68 and 70? 69. What number comes between 98 and 100? 99. Okay. So we counted 1 through 10 here, and we're going to keep counting by ones. So 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 17 is before 18 and after 16, right? Just as 7 is before 8 and after 6. Okay, all we're doing is it's 10 more. Okay, so what number comes after 20? 21. Okay, and then they have the next 3, 22, 23, 24. What number comes before 26 but after 24? 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Then we start counting by ones again, but in the 30s. Okay, so we have 3 10s and 1 1. 31, 32. What number comes after 32? 33. 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Okay, so again, let's look at some of the patterns we're noticing here. This first column, 1, 11, 21, 31, 41, 51, blank, 71, 81. Okay, so here all the ones places are ones. So 31, 41, 51, 61. So we're just adding 10 basically, right? Going down this column, adding 10. 10 plus 1, 11. 11 plus 10, 21. 21 plus 10, 31. 31 plus 10, 41. 41 plus 10, 51. So in a sense, we're counting by 10s, right? Going down. What were we doing here? 10 plus 9, 19. 19 plus 10, 29. 29 plus 10, 39. 39 plus 10, 49. 49 plus 10, 59. So when we count by 10, all we do is add 1 to the tens place. Here there's 0 in the tens place. So if we add 10 to it, we'd have 1 10 and 9 ones. 10 plus 9, 19. Okay, so 11, 21, 31, 41, 51, 61, 71, 81. What comes after 80? 90. 81, 91. Okay, so let's go back to counting by ones up here. 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. 48 is in between 47 and 49. Okay. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 58. What about if we were counting by 5? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. Do you notice a pattern here? It's alternating, right? This column all ends in 5, and this one all ends in zeros. So this one must be what multiple of 5, basically counting numbers that we count by 5s, is in between 65 and 85. What number is in between 60 and 70? 65 is in between 60 and 70. So what number is in between 70 and 80? Would be 75. Okay, so without counting, what number goes here? Okay, well, I know 63 comes after 62. What number comes after 76? 77. What number comes after 81? 82. What number comes after 83? 84. What number comes after 92? 93. What number comes after 96? 97. Okay. So again, when we have a 10 chart, each row that we go down is just 10 more than the previous row. When we go left to right, each number in the next column is one more than the previous one. So what if I said, let's count backwards? What would, if we go 100, 99, 98, 97, 96, each next number, right? The number next to, like, what's our next number after 96? If we're counting back, it's one less, right? 96 minus 1, 95. 95 minus 1, 94. 94 minus 93. Okay, and here, if we were counting by tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So when you count by tens to 100, all the ones will be 0. All right, let's look at page 42. Okay, if you get stuck and you have to look at the hundreds chart, go ahead. But let's try to do it without looking at the hundreds chart. So we can count on by different amounts. All right, so you can start counting with different numbers. So here we're starting at 1, and they go to 2, 3, 4. So we're just counting up, right? We're counting up by ones. So each new number is one more than the previous. What number comes after 6? 7. What number comes after 7? 8. Okay, now let's look here. Here we're starting at 29. So we need to be flexible. We need to be able to count forward from any number that you're given. Okay, we're just counting by 1 here. 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. So we have to fill in the next 3 numbers by counting by ones from 33. What number comes after 33? Keep in mind what number comes after 3 when we're counting. It would be 4, right? So 34, 35, 36. All right, here we're going to count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20. Look at the pattern, right? 5, 0, 5, 0. So this next one has to be a 5. 25. Okay. So we have 2 10s, with a 0 in the ones and a 5. We have two tens with a 0 and a 5. So the 0, 5 pattern repeats, right? Okay, 1, 1, 2, 2. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, because we're going to the next 10 after every number that ends in every one that ends in 5. The next number, if we're counting by fives, has to be a 0. 25, 30, 35, 40. Here they started at 50, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. Okay, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85. I count by ones from 15, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Count by fives: 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Starting with 60, counting by fives: 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. Okay, count by tens, starting at 10. 10, 20, 30. Look at what we're doing here. There was 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens. Now we're going to have a fourth 10. So 40. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Count by 10 starting at 30. 3 tens, 4 tens, 5 tens, 6 tens, 7 tens. So it would go 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Let's go to page 43. Count by ones starting at 77. 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83. Starting at 52, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58. Okay, you notice that when we're counting by ones in the 50s, every number starts with a 5 because we're counting by ones in the 50s. When we get to 59, our next number would go to the 60s. Count by 5 starting at 35. 35, 40, 45. The next one is 50. Again, so we're alternating. Okay? Odd, 35 is odd, even, 55, 60, 65. Okay, and ask yourself to verify your answer, do we have the alternating pattern in the ones place? Do we have 5, 0, 5, 0, 5, 0, 5? The next one would be a 0. So 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, well, I know it has to be a 0 because this one ends in 5. But what numbers would come after 95? 90, 100, right? Okay, so 10 tens. So we have 4 tens, 5 tens, 6 tens, 7 tens, 8 tens, 9 tens, 10 tens, or 100. All right, count by tens starting at 20. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, so on. All right, number 11. Dinesh counts by fives to 100. Gwen counts by tens to 100. Who will say more numbers? Well, all right. Why don't we go ahead and prove that to ourselves by writing them out? So Dinesh is going to count by fives to 100. Okay, we can do that, right? So the first number is 5, then 10, 15, 20. So keep writing them out, 25, 30, until you get to 100. 35, 40. Okay. So again, are we following that pattern of 5, 0, 5, 0, 5, 0, 5, 0? Yes. 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Okay. And Gwen, it says, is going to count by tens to 100. So she's going to start 10. If they add 10 more to 10, it would be 20. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. All right, so who said more numbers? Well, Gwen has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And Dinesh has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we had to use 20 numbers to get to 100 when we counted by fives. And in Gwen, we only had to count 10 tens to get to 100. So who will say more numbers? Dinesh. We'll say 20 numbers, while Gwen says 10 numbers. And that makes sense because 10 is twice as much as 5. Or you can think of it as 5 is half as big or half the value of 10. Okay, so if it's half the value, you should have to say more to get to 100. All right, let's look at page 44. All right, Andy counts by ones. He starts at 29 and stops at 45. Which of these numbers will he say? All right, let's see. Does 31 come after 29 and before 45? Okay, so if we were counting, would you say 31? Sure, 29, 30, 31. All right. When we're counting starting at 29, would we say 20? No, because 29 comes after 20, right? We have to go 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So we won't say 20. How about 47? Well, we get to 45. Where's 47? Do you go 47 and then 45? No, it goes 45, 46, 47. So we don't say 47 either. How about 35? Yeah, 35 comes before the 45 and it comes after 29. Okay, in fact, it comes after 31, right? Okay, 35, 40, 45. 30, 35, 40, 45. So 35 is in between those two. 40. Well, 40 comes after 35 and before 45. So yeah, we would say that one too. 46. No, that comes after 45. 39. Yeah, that comes before 40. So it's got to be in between 29 and 45. So those are the numbers we say. Now, if you got stuck, and didn't quite understand that, go ahead and write it out. 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Okay, so we did say 31, we did say 35, we did say 40, and we did say 39. We didn't say the 3 we crossed out. All right, 13. Camilla counts by fives, and she starts at 5 and stops at 50. Which of these numbers will she say? Well, again, when we're counting by fives, the pattern goes 5, 0, right, in the ones place. 5, 10, 15, 20. It alternates fives and zeros. None of them ever end in 6. None of them ever end in 18. I mean, end in an 8. It's 5 or a 0. So that could be, 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 because it's ending in 5 or a 0. But now 55, does that come before 50? No, it would go 45, 50, 55. So we're not going to say that one. Are we going to say 25? Sure. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, we'll say that. 40. Does 40 come before 50? Yes. Does 10 come after 5? Yeah, 5, 10. Does 45 come before 50? 40, 45, 50. Yes. Okay. And again, if we get stuck and we need to see it, go ahead and write it out. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Okay. We said the 10, we said 25, we said 40, we said 45. All right, last one. Grace starts at the number 40 and counts 3 different ways. She's counting by ones, by fives, and by tens. Write to show how Grace counts. All right. So counting by ones, 40. What comes after 40? 41. 1 bigger than 40. 1 bigger than 41? 42. Add 1 to 42, 43. 44, 45, 46. All right. Counting by fives. We know it's going to alternate 0 and 5 in the ones place. 40, 45. 50. So every other number is a 10 here. 40, 50. Okay. 40, 50, 60. I know this last one's got to be 70, and in between is going to be 65. 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. Counting by tens, 40, 50, 60. You notice that the tens is increasing by 1 each time I count by 10. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So we went from 4 tens, 5 tens, 6 tens, 7 tens, 8 tens, 9 tens, 10 tens. All right. So that's it for today's lesson. So until I see you again, I'll see you soon.